Hey everyone, it's Derek here. Let me just get everything set up. So it's the morning right now. It's 7 a.m. here in Hawaii. Boy, it's early. I normally don't get up this early, but I thought, oh, I gotta show this to you. Pretty excited, really, for this. So, as I mentioned in the post, how this extension here, I'm sure all of you are familiar with it. It's to help add those people who are engaged in your Facebook groups or in the Facebook groups that you're in. And you know, one of the missing components that people have mentioned, as well as I'm well aware of when I started this whole project, was just if you keep adding, what happens when you reach that 5,000 people, right? So, and you have to kind of refresh that and rinse and repeat type of thing, where once you reach to a certain limit, wait, you have to start unadding. So that was one of the pain points, and that's why I wanted to really address that as well. So today would be just going over a live demonstration. First time ever in front of the audience. Just wanted to do this for you folks. So I'll give a few minutes just in case people are popping in. If you are popping in here, just hashtag live, please. Give me some hearts so I know that you're here. I'm also going to check on my end as well to see if everything's going smoothly. Let's see. Great. So it is live right now. And, I'm using StreamYard, and some of you may have heard of this program. It's gotten really popular. I see everyone recommending it. It's free. It's awesome. You're basically streaming it from the website to your live. So I can see myself right now. It's live. So I can, here I can check the comments and yeah. And I think if you want your comment to be seen on the screen here, then you could just go on that streamyard.com/Facebook. Make sure you grant its permission for it to post your comments. All right, let's see. Let me just get things set up here. Boom, 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 boom. How's everyone doing? If you're, watching here on the replay, you let me know. Hashtag replay. Let me know what you're up to today. Today is a Tuesday. It's the start of my Tuesday. It's probably an afternoon for you, or it could be the evening for you. Evening, Tuesday, the 14th. Let's see. All right. You guys ready? Let's go do this. So I will share my screen and just basically show you how it's done. For some of you who so you're all well aware of the extension, right? So let me just do this. You can see my screen here, right? So here's my Facebook screen. You can see here's my profile, right? Now, currently I'm accepting beta testers. So if you like to sign up for one, and I actually sent out an email last night about it. And for those who want to be a beta, I forgot to put that in, but the beta testers, let me know if you want to be one. I want you to test it out for me if you would like. But anyways, I had over 2,000 friends, and I've already deleted like 1,000 already. It was like 2,800 you know, before I ran this. And you'd be surprised to see who's engaged and who's not engaged. But anyways, you can see here, Facebook allows 5,000 friends, right? Now, when you do post something or do a live, Facebook will send that post to a small search, percentage of people in your friends group. So let's say your friends list is like 5,000, and it's going to send it to like 10, 10%, not even 10%, maybe just 1% of it, one, two, no, maybe 10%. So let's just say 50 people, right? So, no, 500. Yeah, I don't even know how to do math. So 5,000, right? 550 people. Okay, so 1% is going to be like 50 people. And if those 50 people don't engage right away within like, let's say an hour, the algorithm itself, it doesn't really boost it up, really fast. It takes a lot longer, right? So that's why it's important to have engaged friends. And one of the reasons why many people, when they're teaching organic strategies, it's telling you, oh, you need engaged people. You need to have people who are hearting your post, not liking it, right? Or commenting, maybe even sharing it as well. So that's pretty awesome too. So anyways, here is the extension here. Once you log in, right now you can see there's a tab friend removal. Okay, it doesn't have that right now in the current version. The one that you have right now. I'm in developer mode, so that's why I have this. But the first feature was just this, where you can set your interval time. How many seconds in between each invite to add friends, right? Or to invite them to be friends, and how many people you want to do it that day. Let's say you wanted to run a test trial, right? In one group, you could just put like 10 or 50, right? With the interval of like 60 seconds, right? Some of you who are using this, remember that the lower the number and the lower in between, like at least have this at least 20 seconds now in between each ad. If you have like, like 10 or 50 people. But if you go to 100, you better have this at like 30 to about 60 seconds. Because then that way, Facebook doesn't know that you're using an automated system, right? Obviously, if you're trying to do like 500 friends, yeah, you better do like 300 seconds. So that's something that you have to kind of play with. And that's why you're not going to add like 1,000 friends at a time, right? Especially if you haven't really pre-framed the whole situation, meaning that you haven't like engaged in the group or provide value or put yourself out there in the group, because you need to do that first so people can know you, and know your name, right? So when you do send that request, then they will know, oh, I've seen this person before, he's in this group, okay, I'll accept it, right? They're more likely to accept it that way if you pre-frame the whole situation, right? So anyways, after that, you click update, right? And then you click the new processes, you refresh your groups, and then you just select the group that you want to do it. And the great thing is, depending on the plan that you have, you could even do 2 groups at the same time. So you can just like knock it out. You don't have to do 1 group at a time. But when you're starting to use this, it's best to kind of go 1 group at a time, just so you can test it out and find the right people, find your audience. That way it'll be more, I guess, more specific. It's kind of like when you're doing research, right? In scientific research, there's a lot of variables, and you have to fix one variable and control another one. That way you can have like really, really good, solid results. Okay. So anyways, after that, so that's the add feature, right? The invite feature, I should say. Most people say adding friends, and it's technically inaccurate. It's not, you can't just add them. You have to invite them to be friends. Then they will choose whether they want to be friends or not. So anyways, then it goes to here, right? The process log, and it's going to show you, groups and how many people it retrieved and all that. Okay, so let's go with friend removing now. Okay, so after you add them, and after weeks, so it seems like people sort of clear their lists weekly, monthly, and 3 months. That seems to be the popular one. So let's click on friends removal. When you click on this in the extension, and by the way, this is only available in the network version or the business version, right? There are 3 plans for this extension. The shy version, which is the lowest plan, then the middle version, and then there's a one-time fee one, right? The business version. The last two, that's where this feature is going to be. If you have that shy version right now, it's not included. Mhm. So it's going to open to this new window here. That way, it's not directly working within the extension. That's why it's going to work faster. You can see the layout over here. I can change the theme if I want, dark, right? Feel a little bit dark there. There's all these other settings right now, and don't worry about it. That's in the works. They're just really extra things just because of this website's functionality. So given that, knowing that this website's functionality is big and it's vast, right? There's a lot of capabilities of doing this. So just because there's one feature right now, then there's going to be more features later in the future. So anyways, so there are 3 tabs: active, inactive, VIP list, and the deleted people. Okay. So what you're going to do is update friends list. And when you do this, there's filters for it. You can select the posts based on the time range, like, within the last week, I want to look at, the last 10 posts I've done, or maybe in the last 1 month, 3 months, or 6 months. So these seem to be the common things. You're not going to do this daily, so that's why there's no daily option. So, let's say I'm going to do, like, within the last 1 month, I want to look at my last 10 posts. Okay. It can go up to 150 depending on how often you post. Some of you are, content creators. You like to put value in it. So you may have to more posts, like 50 or 100. It just depends, right? For me, I'm just going to put the last, let's say, 15. I don't have a lot of posts, but yeah, within the last month, last 10 posts, look at those. I'm going to start loading it. So you can see this balancing, and it's going to start loading your data. Now, the first time you're doing this, it's going to take a while, okay? Keep that in mind, because what it's doing is it's going to load up all your posts that you said that you wanted. So the last 15 posts, you can see it's loading 9 posts. Post load successful. It tells you what's going on. 7 actions loaded, 24 actions. So these actions are based. It's going to look through all your posts and to see in your friends list who reacted, who liked, who heart, who commented, who viewed your stories, who shared it, and all that. It's also going to load your friends list. So if you have like 5,000 friends, this is going to take a while to load. But just be patient. Obviously, the more data there is, the longer it takes to load. And that's normal because it needs to upload your friends list so it knows who's there. And also, the good thing is it's actually uploading to the server. So when you do go back into this program, right, the software, it's not gonna take this amount of time again to load. It's not gonna take a long time. It's gonna load a lot faster because it saved your data. It basically saved your cache, right? The data that you sent. So it's gonna know that, oh, it's this user. Okay, I have their list. Here's your list. It's gonna pull it up right away. Sometimes you might have to update it because you've deleted like 1,000 people. But yeah, okay, so there you go. So it finished loading. This is the updated list. And based on the last month, 15 posts, here is my active tab right here, okay? Okay, and you can see here, these are my active people. It's gonna show how many likes they've had, how many hearts they've had, comments, view stories, shares, total actions here. I can organize this and sort this by just clicking the column, right? If I liked, I can click the likes, it's going to sort it from the lowest to the highest, right? Or if I click it again, it's going to sort it to the highest to lowest, right? Likes. How about hearts? Same thing, right? The lowest or maybe the highest hearts. So I can see who gives the most hearts on right knee, right? Gordon, Sergio, and all that gives the hearts, comments, same thing. So this is the active tab. Usually you won't want to remove friends from the active tab unless, let's say you're hating on somebody. But this is just to give you an overview to see who's really engaged and who's your supporters per se. Um, so it's a good way to actually see who likes versus hearts. So maybe you know you could tell like, oh, this person's just liking everything, not hearting. And of course, in Facebook world, we know hearts are best for posts and engagement, and as well as working the algorithm. Anyways, so once it loads up, here, let me go and through another feature right here. The rows, it can load 5 rows, so just 5 people at a time, or it can load 10 rows, maybe even 20. Okay, the reason why I had this is because let's say you only want to focus on one, right? And you want to select all of them. You can here click select all from this page only, right? Look at that. It's not selecting that one. So this is still, I'm still finding the kinks, right? So that's good that I found that this one's not selecting it. But typically it's going to select just this page, and then, oh, if you see here, it's selecting other people. It shouldn't do that. So yeah, you see how it shoots. It doesn't select here. But if I were to select all, it selects every page, right? If I change rows, 25, there's 25 people here, right? But it selects all now, and I don't want to remove all of them, right? So anyways, this feature here, you can select all, or you can just select all from that page that you chose, how many rows. So that's going to get fixed. Okay, so we're not going to typically select them and remove them from an active tab. So let's go into inactive tab. Inactive right here. So these people have not been engaged in my posts within the last month or the last 10 posts. So you can see who those people are. And let's say I just want to load, right now it's 100. So let's load the last, just 10 people per page, right? And I select all. So you can see I can select all. And let's say pretend that I'm going to remove all of them. Not all of them, but all of them on this page. So all 10. But I don't want to remove some people. So, let's say Doug, yeah. I don't want to remove him, right? So I can unclick him, right? And then, I don't want to remove like Bobby. I don't want to remove Ryan, but I do want to remove everyone else. So from here, this option of selecting all from this page will allow me to just remove them like that. That way you don't have to click 10 times. You just, click select all, and then just click a few clicks to keep some of the other ones. Now you can see this feature, select all from this page. I clicked it, right? So when I click the next page, it shouldn't have anyone clicked, but it does. So that's why that's going to get fixed too. Yeah. Let's see. So good. And you can see that, I'm being really transparent. I'm showing you all the good and bad, and I'm going to address those as well, so you can see what's going on. Anyways, so before I actually use the feature, I want to go over the last 2 columns, of the list here. So in addition to active and inactive, there's a VIP list, right? The VIP list is something that you want to have. Just like, let's say you don't want to delete someone. Maybe this is your dream 100, right? And you don't want to delete them. Let's go with Seki, for example. Oh, he's inactive, but you know what? I really like his posts. So I'm going to add him to a VIP list. Boom, he was added, right? And then he's right here. So he won't be in my inactive list, right? I won't accidentally delete him. So that works out well, right? And if you want to, remove him, just go here and remove from VIP list, right? And he comes back here, right? The last is deleted. Okay, these are the people I already tested, and I already deleted it. So you can see here. So inactive. Let's test it out. We're gonna delete someone. Let's see. Who to delete? Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. So that's already deleted. So that's still going to be adjusted because it's still showing some people from the deleted list, but it's a work in progress. Work in progress. Jason Blake. You can see I'm still friends with him, right? So let's choose him. And then we're going to remove friends. It's just removing one user. And currently, right now, it's removing them every 15 seconds, which is pretty safe. But I am in the process of changing it to a dynamic interval, meaning it's going to remove a person in 10 seconds, and the next one's going to be 15, then 20, then 30, then 40. This way, it's inconsistent. It's not like the same time, 15 seconds later, unremove, unremove. Because if you keep doing that, Facebook's going to detect it as a bot. Same thing with when you're adding friends. You don't want it too short, right? That's why the more people you're going to add, right? Using the extension, you need to have a longer time, right? It also helps if you're actually doing stuff on Facebook at the same time. So I've tried that. I've added up to like 500 people, in one day, and that's because I just expanded the time as well as I was doing things on Facebook. So Facebook detects that, oh, you're doing this, that, it's at a very inconsistent and different time frame. Same thing with this unfriending, because a lot of people, especially if you have your 5,000 friends and you want to unfriend like 2,000 people, right? You may leave this overnight, right? Oops, sorry. You may leave this overnight, and if you're going to do that, you need something dynamic, right? Something longer, and variable. So I'm testing that out right now. My developers, making sure that there's no blocks into it. Oftentimes, if there is a block, it's a soft block where they don't let you view the profile of the person. It's just going to say you can't use this feature right now, and you just got to wait a couple hours or maybe a day. So that's a soft block. It's not going to get rid of your account or anything. I've had those before. So anyways, I've deleted that person. So you can see here, if I scroll all the way down, and remember I told you that this software is going to remember your settings for you as an individual user. That's why there's a lot already loaded, because I've already deleted them, right? It sucks if it keeps loading the same user, and which it does in the inactive tab, but that's going to get fixed. What was the other name? Jason Blake, right? Where did he go? Oh, he's probably in the other. See, there's already. Nope. He's probably in the last row, in the last page, right here. Yeah. So usually, the most recent deleted people, they're far in the back, right? So Jason Blake, so he is in the deleted tab right here, and then you can see here. This was the previous window that was open. I have to refresh it. And that way you can see that he was unfriended. Okay. So that works, right? Loading the active ones based on their engagement works, just to see, get some data. Inactive, you can organize it, and then you can select it all, or you will be selecting it this page, or all VIP lists, people you don't want to delete, and the deleted ones, and it works. Let's see. I think that was it for this. Yeah. There's other features as well. As I mentioned, this website has a lot of functionality to it. So I wanted to give you guys, you folks have to first look into this. Seriously, first look. And I'm going to be start talking about this now. Again, people with the lifetime license will have this update automatically. People who have the Shy version, they'll need to upgrade it to a different plan in order to um, get this feature as well. But I'm seriously like excited about this because this feature is gonna it's bomb. Seriously, um, yeah, it is good. It's fire. Just guys fix a few tweaks, but I'm currently looking for beta testers. If any of you want to test it out, feel free to. But yeah, I will be rolling out the promotion pretty soon. All right. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're here. When you're watching this replay, just hashtag replay. All right. Have a good Tuesday. Take care. Bye.